Hello friends, welcome to the channel Physics by IITians. In this lecture, we shall discuss a very important question that has already come in GATE Physics Examination 2020. It is also important for NET and JEST exam also. So the question is, a particle is moving in a central force field given by F equals to minus K by R cube into R cap, where R cap is the unit vector pointing away from the center of the field. So, the potential of the particle is given by option A is K by R square, option B is K by 2R square, option C is minus K by R square, and option D is minus K by 2R square. So, first of all, you should know what is given in the question and what kind of answer they want. Okay, so the given question is, the given quantity is the central force field, that is minus K by R cube into R cap. Now in this question the examiner asks that what is the potential energy of the particle. So you should all know that how to find out the potential energy when a force field is given. So for the central force, we all know that F, suppose the force, and V is the potential energy, then V equals to minus del V by del R or minus grad V. Here why I am taking del V by del R? Because this is given in polar coordinate and the only varying quantity is R, because F equals to minus K by R cube into R cap. So that's why I am taking F equals to minus del V by del R. In general we can take F equals to minus grad V or grad U, we can tell. You can write it as V as a potential energy or U as a potential energy. Okay. So now what is given here? So minus del V by del R is given as minus K by R cube. So the required quantity is V, that is the potential energy. So V can be written as, so minus minus will be cancelled out. So del V by del R equals to K by R cube. So V will be integration of K by R cube into dr. Now take this integration. So do this integration. So you will get K R to the power minus 3 plus 1 divided by minus 3 plus 1. So K R to the power minus 2 by minus 2 plus integration constant. So V will be in the form of minus K by twice R square plus C. So what is the correct option? Option D, minus K by twice R square is the correct option. So we shall discuss another question of GATE 2020. Hello friends, welcome to the channel Physics by IITians. So we are discussing the next question. Okay, previously we have discussed the how to calculate the potential energy when the force is given as a central force form. Okay. Now this question, this is very important question. This has already come in GATE 2020 physics paper. This is also important for JEST and JAM and NET exam also. This is very common question actually. The question is, which one of the following relations determines the manner in which the electric field lines are refracted across the interface between two dielectric media having dielectric constants epsilon 1 and epsilon 2. So here this is the diagram. So this is the boundary between the two media, one with the dielectric constant epsilon 1, another with the dielectric constant epsilon 2. Let me take another chalk. So this is electric field at this boundary is above this boundary is E1, and electric field down of this boundary is E2. So in this media the electric field is making an angle theta 1 with the normal, and here the refracted electric field is making an angle theta 2 with the normal at the interface. Now how to solve this kind of questions? I have discussed in previous video also. How do you solve this kind of questions? The options are given as epsilon 1 sin theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 sin theta 2. Option B is epsilon 1 cos theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 cos theta 2. Option C is epsilon 1 tan theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 tan theta 2. And option D is epsilon 1 cot theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 cot theta 2. Now what is here, you have to do, you have to satisfy the boundary condition, boundary conditions of electric field. Now the given boundary condition for the static electric for electric field is you have to first solve the components of electric field at the boundary. What are those components? One is parallel to the interface or parallel to the boundary, that is the parallel component of electric field. Other is perpendicular to the interface or the perpendicular component of the electric field. So decompose this electric field into two components. So let us take just this part. So this is E1 electric field that is incident on this boundary. Now don't forget that parallel to the interface, that is this boundary, parallel to the boundary, that is called the parallel component of the electric field, and perpendicular to the boundary is called the perpendicular to the perpendicular component of the electric field. Okay, so E1 here, what will be the parallel component of E1? Parallel component of E1 will be this one. And what will be the perpendicular component of E1? This will be this one. Okay, so parallel to the interface will decide the parallel component, perpendicular to the interface will decide the perpendicular component. Now this is angle theta 1. So E1 perpendicular value is E1 cos theta 1 and E1 parallel value is E1 sin theta 1. Similarly, take the refracted electric field and take its component. One is parallel to the interface, another is perpendicular to the interface, and the making angle is theta 2 with the normal of the interface. So this is the parallel component. The E2 parallel is E2 sin theta 2 and the perpendicular component is E2 perpendicular, that is E2 cos theta 2. Now the boundary condition is electric field or parallel components of the electric field at the boundary must be continuous, that is E1 parallel equals to E2 parallel for the two dielectric media. So E1, put the value of E1 parallel, we have already got that E1 parallel is E1 sin theta 1. So put here, and E2 parallel is E2 sin theta 2. So E1 sin theta 1 equals to E2 sin theta 2. This is the first relation. I have written it as 1a. What is the second condition? Second condition for the dielectric media is the perpendicular components of the dielectric vector must be continuous across the boundary. So D1 perpendicular should be equal to D2 perpendicular. Now what is the value of D1? D1 is epsilon 1 E1 and D2 is epsilon 2 E2. Now what will be the value of D1 perpendicular component? D1 perpendicular component will be epsilon 1 E1 perpendicular, that is equals to epsilon 2 E2 perpendicular. Now what is the value of E1 perpendicular? We got E1 perpendicular, that is E1 cos theta 1, and we got E2 perpendicular as E2 cos theta 2. So put here in place of E1 perpendicular, it will give epsilon 1 E1 perpendicular, it will give epsilon 1 E1 cos theta 1, and it will be equal to epsilon 2 E2 cos theta 2. So we get two relations from the two boundary conditions. Now the answer is what will be which relation that determines the manner in which the electric field lines are refracted across the interface between these two dielectric media. So we have to satisfy that from these two relations, which relation will be the correct option. Now first one is epsilon 1 sin theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 sin theta 2. No, we don't get such kind of option. Second option is epsilon 1 cos theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 cos theta 2. This is also we do not get from boundary condition. Now this two possibility, that is epsilon 1 tan theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 tan theta 2 or epsilon 1 cot theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 cot theta 2. This from the C and D one can be possible. Now look here, this is E1 sin theta 1 equals to E2 sin theta 2, and this is epsilon 1 E1 cos theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 E2 cos theta 2. Now if you take tan theta, that is if you divide 1a relation with 2a relation by 2a relation, you will get 1 by epsilon 1 tan theta 1 equals to 1 by epsilon 2 tan theta 2. But if you just divide 2a by 1a, then you will get epsilon 1 cot theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 cot theta 2. So what I have done here, just we divide this 2a by 1a. So we get the relation as epsilon 1 cot theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 cot theta 2. So this option D, that is epsilon 1 cot theta 1 equals to epsilon 2 cot theta 2, is the correct option. So you should understand what is going inside and how do you solve this kind of questions. Okay, so whenever this kind of question, that boundary condition value you have to satisfy, you have to take the parallel components and perpendicular components to see the relations between them. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Hope this video will help for your preparation. You can join our interview session if you want to discuss and learn more physics and qualify interviews, and please do subscribe to our channel and share with your friends. Thank you.